Hey guys, time for another episode of Brother J Gaming. Today we're going to play Plants vs. Zombies, the original. Yeah, so we're going to go ahead and just get started. I'm about as old school as it gets. Don't be surprised if you see stuff from the old Commodore 64 and television show up on this channel. I can't talk today, which is probably good. So, many of you may remember this game. You may have played it yourself for hours on end. I remember when I first encountered it, it was just a demo. But I decided from that moment on that I did enjoy the game a lot. And I've not played in quite a while. So, if I absolutely suck, then I suck. But it is a tower defense game. And I've always had a fascination with tower defense ever since Warcraft 3, when I used to download like custom maps just to play tower defense. So, first level here, it's kind of slow, boring, not much happens. All you do is just get your plants lined up and shoot the zombies who foolishly only want to walk in the grass. They don't want to cross the dirt. Not really sure why that is, but hey, they're zombies. Nobody can really understand the way they think. Alright. Got the sunflower. This guy is perhaps the cutest character in the game, as far as I'm concerned. Because he just kind of sits there and he chills and he dances. He gives you sunlight. And you need sunlight to grow your plants. And I don't know where everybody else likes to put their sunflowers, but I always put mine in the back row. I usually make like 2 rows of them. Because once you get like 6 or 7 of these things, you've got enough sunlight forever. There we go. Zombies are coming. Gosh. I think the last time I played this was like 2 years ago, so I'm a little rusty, but hopefully it's not that bad. But with your initial first line built like that, you can usually hold off, you know, several waves before the middle run comes, and then definitely before the end shows up. And when the end shows up, you just got this massive swarm of zombies that start shambling across your yard. Yeah! Solid defense! Love it. Okay. Pretty much, this is all you need to beat the second level here. And it really doesn't matter where you put your pea shooters. You could actually put them behind the sunflowers and put the sunflowers up front. But that's kind of foolish from a tactical perspective. Because you're putting your resources like right out there where they can just be destroyed. And the cherry bombs. They're great one-use items and they're fantastic for blowing up, an area effect. Blowing up of zombies. But I generally don't find much use for them. I've never been really one for the one-use item. You know, there's this trope when it comes to video games, and it's known as the too cool to use, and it's related to the Infinity +1 sword trope, which when you finally get like this ultimate item that's just so incredibly awesome, it's only got one use, and so you try to hang on to it for a situation where you absolutely positively have to use it. And if you're like me, you never really come across that situation, so you end up with this item stuck in your inventory forever, just kind of as a fallback, and you end up beating the game and you realize you never ever used whatever it was that was just supposed to be the most epic thing to ever be invented, ever, in a million years, ever. That's kind of what the cherry bomb is to me. And see, someone else would have probably used it right there to blow up that guy. You know, before he got close enough to start munching on my pea shooter. We'll go ahead and use it. Just there we go. See? There, now you can see what it does. Ideally, you want to use that in a situation where you've got several zombies at once all around to make the most use of it. I told you, I can't talk today. I do apologize. Let's see, checking on the level progress. We're getting kind of close to the end there. And that's where things are going to get real interesting, because this line isn't the most secure line I've ever built. And because of the traffic cone zombies, the traffic cone is armor, which the armor has to be destroyed before the zombie will die. See? Now there you go. That's where you can use your MacGuffin. Walnut. The walnut is an amazing little critter because all it is just a wall. And it holds off the zombies for as long as it takes to chew through it. We have all 5 rows now. So this is where things start heating up quite a bit. You really have to start being more reactionary. This is where having two rows of sunflowers really comes in useful, because you have to cover so much ground and you have to do it so fast, and you don't get enough sunlight quick enough to get pea shooters on every row. And I saw somewhere that the strategy most people use at this point is to start blocking off lanes with the walnut just early. Just throw one out there, and you can pretty much just forget about that lane until you're good and ready to do something about it. But I do things a little differently, because I know I'm going to need to use the walnut. The walnut has a very long cooldown time. And so just throwing them out there willy-nilly is kind of bad, because then when you do need them, you can't bring them out. But here we go. All I need is just 50 more sun. And I've got my first line of defense all ready to go. This is why I saved the walnut, because the first time a traffic cone zombie shows up, I want to keep them at bay, because they take so long to kill. And you see? Now I've got to get this other one down. I don't have a walnut to just throw at him. And the philosophy, of course, would be, well, use your cherry bomb. But I don't believe in cherry bombs. If you've been keeping up, you would know I don't believe in cherry bombs, but whatever. It's okay. I'll forgive you this time. Okay, so we have a pretty solid defense stored up. We're about 3/4 of the way through the level. We've got 2 rows of sunflowers. Okay, so start stacking up some. Okay, 1 walnut's down. That's okay. We're pretty much settled now. There's really no way really that we can lose this. Okay. There we go. I changed my mind. I do believe in cherry bombs in the last wave. But, okay. So we've got the shovel. And right about now, Crazy Bob should be showing up. Crazy Dave, Crazy Dave. Alright. I don't know what's up with this dude with the pot on his head, but he does have a pretty epic beard. So we'll go ahead and we'll let him pass. I love the way he talks. Okay, you just should... Alright, gonna dig these guys up. Okay. Alright. So here we go. Bowling. The point of bowling, of course, is to take the walnuts and roll them down the lanes. And what you want to try to do is you want to try to hit the zombies in sequence. You know, get a combo of zombies. Like that. And right now it's all calm and everything, but it gets very hectic very quickly. I've never really figured out the way that the walnut turns, except that when you have it at the very bottom or the very top, it always goes away from the border. So we'll try to figure that out on the fly now. Okay, so the explosive nuts, which are these that are red. They're red in color. I don't know if you can see that, but yeah, they're red in color. And they are used for situations like this when you get a swarm coming at you. Some people would be, they'd be saying, well, why'd you do that? You just wasted that walnut. You could have got a combo. Well, that's true. I could have gotten a combo, or I could have just missed completely. And missing completely would have done nobody any good. And then you get so many of the silly things that it's not really that big of a deal when you use them up. But I'm very cautious though. I try to save stuff. We've been through this already. Sorry, don't mean to reiterate so much. But here we go. Okay, we'll use an explosive nut to finish these 2 off. And now we got the potato mine. Alright guys, that right there should pretty much do it for now. So this has been Plants vs. Zombies, the first 5 levels. leave a like and a comment. Please subscribe. I will be putting up another episode of this pretty soon. And thanks for joining us.